Hello everybody. Just kind of a status video of what's going on with me. Um, just wanted to maybe cover some topics in regards to myself and the channel. Pretty much, it's a Friday, January 28th. I'm over here at a Walmart parking lot just to form this video. So let's go over. I keep looking down just to go over my notes that I wanted to talk about. Employment. Well, if you've paid attention to my channel, which I understand, some of my other videos or interests, the one video I did in regards to my employment may have not been looked over, but that's fine. That's fine. I left my federal employment back on November 19th. So as of today, being the 29th, no, I'm sorry, 28th, been over 2 months since I've been employed, which is fine. I have been just pretty much enjoying the holidays with my family up until, of course, this month, where the holidays are over. Obviously, the kids have gone back to school. So the only thing that I've been doing is pretty much making sure that my son makes it to school in the morning, and then making sure that my son and my other son that go to two different schools are picked up in the afternoon. Make sure that they are fed in the afternoon, and other than that, that's pretty much it. So employment wise, going back to that topic, pretty much I expect to pretty much just be relaxing, taking a short break, maybe a nice mental break, and seek employment maybe after the school year is over. The issue that I have with that is that my previous employment was very relaxing in regards to my schedule, where they were flexible in regards to coming in early in the morning, or I would say late in the morning, so that I would have time to drop off my son, and then leaving somewhat early in the morning. It was just a scheduling aspect where other projects were done on the side, maybe working on the weekend, and so forth. So making up those extra hours. So that flexibility is no longer available, and I don't foresee that being an opportunity that I will have if with any job that I may find. So that's why I'm pretty much predicting that I may have to wait until the school year is over, so that I can seek employment that is outside the hours that I have available to provide what you would consider family needs for my sons. So that right there, pardon me, I'm not in too much of a hurry to receive any kind of employment, or to find any kind of employment. I did finally, after almost 60 days, receive my vacation pay, which was a substantial amount, which my calculations, budgeting, and so forth should last me until May. I do get military compensation, which really does help a lot with some of the larger bills, car payment, insurance, and so forth. So I'm okay with that. There's no pressure from the family. They understand the circumstances. I have to provide for my family, yes, but by the same token, I have to provide some kind of services to my family, which is probably a bit more important than anything else. My wife is still working, so there is financial support there, and like I said, my vacation pay is covering a little bit, will cover a little bit, and then my military compensation does cover a lot. So employment goes, probably middle of the year, maybe summertime, I'll start seeking something. I am considering maybe just doing some part-time that will allow me to work between the hours that I have available, or maybe even some nighttime work. But that's to be determined. Next thing is, because I am a IT professional, although I'm not in the field right now, that is my profession. I I am looking at maybe, well, not actually maybe, I am in the process of conducting a lot of IT training that I have available for me. I have purchased some courses, which was not a substantial amount, but I purchased some courses on IT security. So I'm looking at that, and I'm doing those time permitted, which pretty much I have all day long to watch those videos and take some notes. Maybe I'll look at getting some practice exams so that I can look to see at getting some of the certifications done during this time period. So that is a opportunity I have available for me to excel in my profession, maybe get some additional IT certifications under my belt, which would make me a little bit more marketable in the field. I am gearing towards IT security, but that is to be determined. I've mainly been doing help desk for the last 10 years at the agency that I was at. Customer support and other IT related, but more on the level of a lower end level IT support, basically. Okay. Now, that is okay. That is like I said, that is something that I'm looking at doing overall. Let's see. Channel. Now, there's really not much content that I could put out at this moment. Most of my videos are about things that I got going on with the firearms, because unfortunately that does cut into my budget a lot. I probably will not be putting any content out in regards to the firearms. The last build that I did was very, very inexpensive. I did the most minimal amount on the slide, which was just the optic install, which only cost me about $100. Of course, all the other stuff was done previously when I did have a good source of income coming in. So those won't be doing. I am looking into possibly doing some videos on hand loading. I am looking into hand loading now for the 223. I do have components for the 223 along with the 308, but the only issue is that I need to get some additional equipment. So that's going to be a cost right there that I'm going to have to incur, not only for the content, but for professional development. I'm sorry, not professional, hobby development. In regards to gearing up loads for the 223 and the 556. I'm going to pause it here because I got this train coming. Okay, so it's going to be a very short train, but needless to say, it was going to interfere with me talking. So getting back to the channel. So the content that I plan to do is probably just maybe a little bit in regards to EDC, maybe a discussion about my Berettas. I don't know. I'm not quite sure right now. I'll figure something out. But I am looking at focusing on the reloading of the 223, and I will probably discuss some of the hurdles or issues that I may have. But I'm thinking the only issue I'm having right now is probably looking at getting equipment. I know that pistol loading has been very easy for me. I've been doing that for years, and that has pretty much been I wouldn't say a staple, but a how do I put it? Something easy for me because I've been doing it so many years, and I know the steps and so forth. So I have my procedures of how to do things. Rifle loading is something totally different for me. I understand that case measurement and case expansion is not so much prevalent in pistol cartridges, but it is more in rifle cartridges. So I have to get a case trimmer, case gauge, and so forth. Not to mention, I only have approximately 2 pounds of powder at the moment, and I have a little bit over 2,000 primers, which unfortunately I know that the ratio of hand loading pistols, I mean rifle versus pistols, is much higher. So I think the amount of rounds that I would yield per pound is less than I would get from pistol. So those are factors that I need to take into consideration. But that's just a project that I will probably be working through and discussing it in my content. I know that right now there always has been, ever since this COOF thing started, with ammo being a short supply. Well, of course, now financially, for me, ammo is more of a concern because what I have, I cannot replenish on a regular basis. Before my employment, before I terminated my employment, I was stocking myself at least every paycheck. I would set $100, $150, maybe $200 towards ammunition and use that and so forth. But unfortunately, those $200 a month, I can't afford to use that to buy ammunition. So that's something that I'm taking into consideration. Going out to the range, maybe putting 50 rounds is not that bad, maybe once a month. But I prefer to put a lot more rounds down range as opposed to just that amount. But that's to be determined, of course. So that's pretty much it. On the channel content, I might be putting some channel content in regards to my long-awaited and undetermined workout. During these cold weathers, I seem to hibernate a lot more. And I have definitely a lot of hibernation material to keep me going, if you know what I mean. But that is another issue that I might be focusing on. Well, it's not so much of a might. It needs to be an issue that needs to be focused on. So I am trying to develop a good schedule, daily schedule, as opposed to what I'm doing now, which is pretty much get up in the morning, take my son to school, and then I go to my property in New Mexico, and I either sleep pretty much the whole day, which goes along to another topic of mental health, or I'm on the computer, which is making content for my other channel. Basically, so I pretty much am wasting the whole day in a nutshell, and I realize that. So the aspect of making a schedule so that I can do the IT studying and maybe set aside an hour and a half to work out every day to lose some of this weight that I have, which does come into effect on my mental health, but that's okay. That's all right. It is what it is, and we all make an effort to do something about it, and it's a matter of getting to it and so forth. So that brings it on course to the next topic about health, which is a venture that I have been on and off. Okay, of course, this COOF incident, this COOF event, whatever you want to call it, did take a toll on that act and that factor in my life. I think at the beginning of or towards the end, no, I'm sorry, the beginning of 20, I had started going to the gym a lot more. I was actually getting involved in boxing. I am a former martial artist, not high martial artist, but I am. And I was getting back into shape, and then of course the COOF happened. So that pretty much, and then with the aspect of fluctuating back, and then there was the closing of the gyms, I pretty much just lost interest in it, and that is my fault, and I realize that. But that is something that I need to focus on, and I will probably be adding that to my content if I do any kind of rucking, which I have been known to do a lot, or any kind of daily workout, but we'll see. And then, of course, the last thing that I'd like to talk about is being a veteran. Most of us deal with mental health issues. We deal with our personal anxieties, our personal demons. Not to mention that we are constantly dealing with the hyper alertness that just doesn't go away. It just doesn't go away whatsoever. But I have been, unfortunately, I have been, how do I put it? Let me pause it real quick. I'm sorry, I had to pause it real quick because it is a very touchy subject. And what I was trying to say was, unfortunately, in the past, my PTSD has gotten the best of me, and where I've gotten angry and so forth. But fortunately, as opposed to unfortunately, I have received assistance the last 2 years to provide me with the tools that I need in order to deal with my anxiety, my super alertness, and dealings that I have with my PTSD. And that's okay. That's okay. We all as veterans, and even people in general, based on whatever they've how do I say, whatever their experience, develop some kind of anxiety or so forth that they have to deal with. I myself, former Marine, as we would say, still a Marine, but I served two combat tours, 2 to 3 combat tours, and later on I joined the Army, and I did 2 tours in Iraq. My experience there did have effect on mentality, and I just think that everything's going to happen. But needless to say, tools that I've been provided through my therapy and my counseling has given me, and you can see I'm still looking around a little bit, giving me the tools to deal with some of my anxiety. I'm still pretty much a hermit. If I'm at home, I'm at home. The only thing I ever go out for is to get food, or if I need to get something I need, I head out. I don't mind. I think probably the only places that I normally go to is Walmart, which is probably the worst place I can go to, considering what happened to our location a couple of years back. But if I need to go look at something, like I say, I go to Cabela's. Well, Cabela's, of course, because I'm into firearms, so I need to go there. It's the only place I'm going to be able to get information on certain things and so forth. Of course, going out to eat is something that we don't do right now because of the COOF. But I still go out and get food, and you can see that I'm still looking around. But like I said, this video is just pretty much for me to get information out to my subscribers, just to kind of let you know what's going on with myself and with the channel, and kind of let you guys know that there'll be some other content going on. And I know I appreciate you guys subscribing to my channel, and my content may not be as professional as some, but that's fine. That's fine. I'm just a regular guy trying to survive in this world, much like everybody else. And with that, go ahead and comment on on this video. If you have any questions about anything, please comment. We can go back and reflect on it. Like I said, content as the days go by, I'll think of something, see what I can come out with. You know me, it's just either stuff that I'm going on as the channel describes. You know, it's just me and what things that I do, or I will provide something that's informational that I feel that I should share with you. Other than that, appreciate you watching. Take care. We're dealing with this Omicron thing. My mother has it. I've heard other relatives of my family have it, and I heard it's very contagious, but it's not as bad as the original variant. I'm calling it the COVID light, joking aside, of course. But when I talked to my mother and I explained, and she explained to me what's going on, I told her, you know, I thank God that you got this variant of COVID as opposed to the one that I got, because the one that I got nearly killed me. If you want to reflect on any of my videos, I'll talk about that bad experience. But then, needless to say, I think I'm just rambling at this point. So those are just the topics I wanted to discuss in regards to my personal update and the channel update. I will probably do another video in regards to overall status of myself and the channel, maybe within about a month, and see where we go from there. Once again, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Please leave a like, a comment, and so forth. Take care of yourself. Be safe. You know, you don't got to worry about just the Omicron out there, but you got to worry about the overall dangers of the world. Take care of yourself. Be vigilant. Carry your firearm if you can. And that's about it. Thank you for watching.